You now have a registered agent, though you didn't even know you did. Well, we're here to help you. My name is Kenneth French. I'm with vastsolutionsgroup.com, vastsolutionsgroup.com. A lot of people are set up LLCs in other states. Usually their attorney will, put a registered agent in place, and usually the client doesn't know what they have. But yes, they have a registered agent. What is a registered agent? We're going to go over that right now so you understand it. It's going to be in quick fashion. We're going to hit it quick, fast, hard. If you have any questions, go ahead and email us at info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. Let's get right to it. What is registered agent, and well, how can one help you, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen here. You're going to know exactly what a registered agent is and how you can use one going forward. So here we go. Understanding registered agents. All right. So, they receive legal documents on behalf of a business, usually a business. Sometimes, believe it or not, even individuals have registered agents too for legal purposes. But anyway, so and it's not normal mail. Everyone thinks, is my normal mail going to be answered or received by a registered agent? The answer to that is no. It's two separate services. One, registered agent, whenever there's a federal document, usually, or a service document or state document, official document for your business. Well, that's what a registered agent does. They collect that and they send the mail to you, as an example, or the notices. I shouldn't just say mail, I should say notices. Also, they're open 9 to 5 during every business day. That is a big, major element to registered agent, because if you're served in any state and that door is closed, there could be issue. Again, hence the reason people employ registered agents out of state. Let's say you live in Washington State, where vastsolutionsgroup.com and I am located, and you live in New York. You have an LLC, let's say in New York. You need a registered agent to have the door open in case there's a lawsuit, number one. And then also to receive mail. Mail comes to our platform here at vastsolutionsgroup.com, and we email it to you. And sometimes we'll give a phone call if it's if it's major, because in some cases, by the way, you could end up having a lawsuit. Let's say you didn't have a registered agent, someone served and registered agent wasn't there. You were served a lawsuit. It could be a notice of default. Therefore, they can't get a hold of you. The judge says, well, automatically the person who's suing, well, if no one's there to answer that door, to collect the mail, et cetera, you end up losing that lawsuit. You can end up losing millions and millions of dollars, or whatever the case is. Therefore, the other party, the litigating party, will end up with all the assets in that LLC potentially. Depends on the circumstance, but I think you get the point. It's major, major, major importance that a registered agent is operating as one registered agent should. As I mentioned, you have to have a physical address. It provides continuity of service. If you don't have a registered agent, even for a little bit, it can be an issue, because it shows that you're not running, let's say, an entity like a true entity. So meaning there's got to be a difference between you as an individual and running an entity. The entity is all it is an entity, as in you are just an entity as well. Meaning really me as an entity. The reason I say that, because that's all I am, is an entity, believe it or not, in the eyes of Congress and our Constitution. You have social security number as an individual. So I'm working for the best interest of me, let's say, and walking down the road without getting killed, let's just say. Same thing for an entity. An entity, someone's got to be operating the entity to make sure that it's continually running as an entity and can't be basically run as an individual. The individual can't run it as himself or herself, with barely using the LLC as a shield. You really have to run it as an ongoing entity. You have to have documents that are signed, filled out, et cetera, et cetera. It's got to be run as a separate entity. And then also, what I would say is, by the way, the reason I put individual registered agent, an individual can act as a registered agent. Usually most people have commercial registered agents, meaning companies like ours that run as a professional entity for other entities. So we have an entity, or I should say an address in every state. Well, we act as commercial registered agents for companies all over the United States. Again, if someone's starting a company in California and they at the same time live in New York, they need a registered agent. We're a commercial registered agent. They can use our address, and it's totally normal to do that, and to provide that service. So again, the role of a registered agent, as I mentioned before, accepting service of process. If, let's say, there's a lawsuit, well, luckily we're open during the mandatory hours that have to be open. Receiving tax documents, same. Same thing. You have to be able to receive tax documents at that location. In this case, let's say again, I live in Seattle. I would, have an office in New York. Then mail has to be, or communication has to go to that office in New York and that address, and then it could be forwarded. Totally normal. Official communications, lawsuits, et cetera, as I mentioned. Again, I said that it's got to be it's got to be different than just getting normal mail. Well, sometimes you might get a magazine or what have you. That's different than a registered agent. Let's say you get, your Gentleman's Quarterly's magazine, different. Let's say you get mail on behalf of the company, different. Official communication is what's construed as in the realm of the registered agent. So again, as I mentioned, here you see available during business hours, document acceptance. If there's a lawsuit as an example, the materials got to be sent to you timely, because that's really important. Sometimes, you might have an uncle who, will theoretically be open 9 to 5 and accept your mail. And if it's not forwarded quickly, there could be a lawsuit and you could lose and then have to sue, your uncle. Registered agent offices have got to comply with state laws. So really, in sum, as here, your registered agent is a person or really company designated to receive important legal documents, tax documents, official notification from state, feds, and other regulatory agencies. Those are usually forwarded to the business owner. In this case, by the way, it's not very much to have. I got to note, it's not very much to have a registered agent. It's pretty inexpensive. It could be, depending on the circumstance, $200 to $500, depending on the circumstance. And if they're properly run, that potentially could help you stave off a lawsuit. Because if you look at all the asset protection strategies that are in place, having properly structured LLCs, well, if you have a good registered agent in place for a very nominal amount of money, all it is really, if you really think about it, is insurance. It's a service, also insurance, that can help you to keep out of a lawsuit's way. We at VastSolutionsGroup.com, we've been around since 1969, 2006. I took over the company. We know exactly how to do registered agent work. We're a sister company with a company called VastAssetDefense.com. Lawyers, Bob Bloom's one of the best lawyers there is with respect to asset protection. I call him the Godfather. Sometimes I call him the father of asset protection in the United States. He doesn't like that, but he's been doing it for a while. He took over the practice of a guy named Jay Minton, who truly was the father of asset protection in the United States. Hence the reason Bob's been doing it for years, well over 30 years, in the asset protection space. So, I say that it truly is it's a key asset protection strategy, because without a good asset protection in place, you could have a lawsuit, and potentially a lawsuit component could be the registered agent. We have a portal in place that can help you. We have a portal called Einstein, and it's specifically put together so it helps us communicate faster with business owners, with clients who are not only registered agent business, but we also do tax, finance, and artificial intelligence. So it makes it very quick, the communication on behalf of whomever the regulatory authority is who sent you some communication all the way down to the client. Plus, we keep you updated with respect to legal documents. Very important that you understand what's going on with respect to legalities within your registered agent service. There you go. Again, people sometimes think, I don't care about registered agent, put it off. It's very important. I know it's just one more thing you need to do as a business owner. We take on a lot of that work for you, but there's some things you do have to do. And that's employ a registered agent on an annual basis, do a renewal on an annual basis, and then if there is communication that we send as your registered agent, we need you to respond in a timely manner. So let's talk about integrating the portal. Again, Einstein at the top, seamlessly managing your registered agent services, all the way to, we have a very, very user-friendly dashboard. So you can, so we put your important deadlines so you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing with your registered agent services, and then focus on growing your business, because hopefully we're taking care of a number of the things that you wouldn't have to take care of because we're in place. So what I would say is, I'm going to stop sharing this, which I probably should have for a while back. But what I would say is, if you have any questions about registered agent services, asset protection, email us at info@vastsolutionsgroup.com, info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. And, you stayed this long. I love giving away goodies. And this is a goodie that can add value to you, the business owner. I wrote a book called Entrepreneur's Manifesto, a collection of smart financial advice. I wrote it kind of jokingly. There's a lot of bad advice out there. I wrote it. I'm a Forbes.com former contributor. I've been doing it for a while, working with small business owners. We've helped well over 1,000 business owners either mitigating their tax, lowering their tax, getting a better asset protection structure in place, and who knows, maybe even helping some of our business owner clients with who are looking for financing for real estate. We help all the way along the spectrum. Once again, my name is Kenner French. I'm at vastsolutionsgroup.com. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. What I should say is, email us book, BOOK book, and email us at info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. We're going to get a free copy of this book. We really appreciate you taking the time. It's been a pleasure.